Hello, beautiful world. Welcome to our episode 14 of Outrageously Evolving. And this weekend, it is the lovely Centauri Green's 72nd birthday.
C'est moi.
Happy birthday! He
Hooray!
got new turquoise trainers for his birthday. And so we tuned into what to talk about on this special weekend, and he wanted to talk about the power of youthful delight. So I'm going to turn it over to him. I may interject here and there, throwing in a few questions or comments, but we're going to turn it over to Santari to do this one. So off
Hmm.
you go.
Well, I made a few notes about what youthful delight might seem to be for me, anyway. And I thought one of the obvious things about it is when people talk about how old are you, and oh, you're really getting on now, etc., etc. I think the delight is that you don't pay any attention to what people say about your birthday, but you enjoy your birthday for whatever reason it is for you to enjoy. And I think for us, it's been sharing experiences over the weekend, going out to places that we love to visit, and just being in awe about the things that we feel passionate about. So one of the places that we often go to is Glastonbury. Glastonbury is that sort of like magical, enchanted place for us. We've got a history there of sharing experiences, and it seems to me that the experiences never grow old. No matter how many times we go to Glastonbury and look at the shops, the crystals, the incense, the tarot cards, looking at the mystical books, etc. Sometimes I pick them up and have a leaf through. It seems like I've done all this before, many, many times before, but yet there's still something about the place, its characters, the aura of the whole thing that is Glastonbury that still seems to call to me, and it is timeless. And that's what I think I feel when you say 72 years old, yes, but I'm timeless. I don't feel a 72-year-old body. I feel timeless. And I think that's an important thing to always to bring out when birthdays come, that you're this timeless being who enjoys the celebration of the moment, and yet it's only just a moment that's being marked. It's something which inside you feel that this delight, this awe at life, this wanting to see beauty everywhere, this sharing of the experiences of being with somebody that you love and doing the things that you love and feeling passionate about things that you have done time after time after time. And yet still there's a newness about the experience that you still want to share in, indulge in, participate in, talk about, take the photographs many times over, taking the photographs. Smile, please. Yes, it's
That
your
would
birthday. Okay, I'll do it again. But it's the fun. And I like dressing up, especially for occasions like birthdays, putting on some fancy costume, purple hat, and stroll about town and not feel weird about it because there's people just like me in town in Glastonbury
yeah,
who are doing exactly the same thing, expressing some of their inner beauty and who they feel that they are in this world.
yeah.
But the thing that I really feel needs to be talked about is, what is your purpose for being in this world? Is it some great purpose that you feel passionate about, that you want to demonstrate to people that you're not just a 72-year-old, you're this creative expression of life that
Yes.
wants to exude magical aura and enchantment everywhere you go, and that you feel that not only are you doing that, but you're participating in a world that is a magical place. And I think the more that you sort of like attuned to that feeling, that expression of wonder and delight, then you automatically take that mantle wherever you go. And perhaps you want to say something yourself about how you feel, so when you go into Glastonbury, and what does it say to you? What language does it speak to you in? How do you feel that this magicalness of Glastonbury is a constancy, that it never seems to die or fade or just age, but that you're always being
Yeah.
that magical creation
Yeah.
with me by your side as we walk the streets of Glastonbury.
Yeah. For me, it's an exhilarating experience. It's like it's an enchanted place, and it gets more enchanting all the time because the people in it are creatively expressing themselves, but also they're sourcing a space, an energy space, a land, which is totally magical and beautiful and wondrous. And so when I'm going up the Glastonbury tour, I can just feel this love of life, this exhilaration just surges through me. And when I get to the top and I can see 20 miles in every direction, I feel it. And when I get to go to some of the events like the fairy fairs and the goddess processions and all of that kind of thing. And I can wear, as you said, they are, you could say they're costumes, but it doesn't feel like that wearing them. It feels like this is a good expression of me. This is a creative, real, true expression of me. And it gives me great joy to be able to dress like that, to walk like that in the world. So I don't know if it's youthful delight because I'm 74 and I certainly don't feel 74. I'm full of life and full of wonder and full of joy. And we are very, not just blessed, but we are blessed, but not just blessed because we are sourcing a life in which we are emanating certain things into the world. So when we first met in Glastonbury, I was very energetically sensitive, as you'll recall. I couldn't even go downtown into the shops. I would come home and be quite unwell. But I made a choice to up level myself, to evolve what was like incredible empathy and energetic sensitivity into a kind of alchemical energetic source power. And as a result, now I emanate joy into the world. I emanate um, greatness for everyone and every being on the planet into the world because I can walk in that kind of joyful delight.
Hmm. So you reminded me about what I originally wanted to talk about as well. I have a love. I have a love for language. I have a love for dressing up and expressing something which I feel is amazingly creative. And people have often said to me, "You're a wizard. You're Merlin reborn." And yes, I take that on not as a responsibility, but as a passion. It's a passion to be shared with others.
Yeah,
I feel that I have this quality of mysticalness and magic, and it never dies. It's always changing,
yeah,
transforms into things that I don't know that I could be. And that this passion, this love for life, this love for language, this love to want to explore and see new things and
yeah.
do interesting, passionate things, it's something that it is me. It
Yes,
is me continually. It is more than just me talking these words. It is a power. It is a power that seems to want to reach out and touch, all the people that I meet in the streets, because I see that they're expressions of me also. That not only am I walking down Glastonbury Street and feeling that I own the place, but that I am also connected to what you might call the sacred and the mysterious. that I am connected to the sacred sites of Glastonbury, that I feel powerful because I resonate with what the land gives to me, as well as what I give to the land itself.
Yeah.
So Glastonbury, the place of Avalon that we've talked about before, contains a myriad secrets and treasures just waiting to be explored. And all we need to do really is to have the eyes to see the beauty and to allow ourselves to feel the enchantment, because it's everywhere in the landscape. And I think to be able to radiate that power, to know that you have that power, is a timeless gift that I would wish for all people
Yes.
to really
Me too.
own and embody,
Yeah.
and consider that they also are amazing creations that walk this world,
Yeah.
and that we embody greatness. And this idea of greatness isn't about a single person being a superhero and doing amazing creative things. It's about a whole race of beings who understand how to talk the language of creation in ways that perhaps are dampened down and diminished by what we think we are and
Yeah.
what we should be doing,
Yeah.
and don't allow the fullest potential of creation to be embodied
Yes.
in us, as us.
Yeah. Beautifully said. You mentioned about the consistency, I think, of being you. And we are constantly always evolving, you and I, and the world, but you and I come into it with a kind of adventuresome spirit, a great delight at what comes next and next and next again. And I think that's a beautiful thing, to be able to live like that in the adventure of the next evolutionary leaps and the next becoming of us all, and our ability to participate in the co-creation of that with others in the world and in the universe as well. So yeah,
I feel that I'm only just touching the power of the thing that I'm speaking about, and that it hasn't really manifested itself completely yet as I would wish it to be. But I feel that it is coming, and I'm not measuring it in the years.
that's right.
I'm just allowing the graceful evolution of the moment by moment possibilities to emerge, and let them astound me and amaze me and surprise me.
So for anybody who's watching and listening, we want to gift you the joy of enchantment and delight and being a creator in life, of who you can be, what you can contribute, and who you really, really are, and why you're here on earth. Because for me, that's the way of life, is to be able to live in the joyful delight of that.
Be curious, explore, be spontaneous, daring, dress up in amazing costumes and colors
Yeah.
that you wouldn't otherwise wish to. Be flamboyant, outrageous,
Yes.
and do what you feel that you've come here to do, regardless of circumstance.
Beautiful. Beautifully said. Okay, that's it for this Sunday, June the 9th, the day after Santari's 72nd birthday. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Lots of love.
See you
Bye.
in the next one.